Peace, world. So today I'm giving you a little update. When
you hear that, that's the sound of the police.
Me in Brooklyn, we giving y'all a little update on my clutch, my new hatchlings that was born not too long ago, and show you how they doing. And we also gonna do a little show you a little bit of some assist feeding. So I hope y'all enjoy this video. I'll catch y'all in a minute, alright? Peace. Peoples, what up? This is Sincere right here.
Sincere right here. Gonna be a change in this game. It's gonna be the streets of the beast. Time for these street niggas get it on the poppin', yo. Delicate fan, sincere. Every day, all day. We do not play. Brooklyn, cruising by on wheels that's 2.5 in size. With my hand rubbing on his bad damn thighs. You can tell I'm high, just look at my eyes. Damn, your man say stuck with that damn nine.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here is an update on my NR Mandarin, Calico, Pastel, Bongo clutch. And what we have here is a Calico that I was a little confused with the Bongo. And I come to the conclusion that it does not have Bongo, but it definitely has NR Mandarin. And I want to show y'all how the oranges and the colors come through on this guy. They're very, very unique, and there's a lot of oranges. Look at going towards the tail. You see it a lot more. Look at underneath the tail. Try to get him in a good position so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But look at the oranges. Look at that. Yep, so this is my NR Mandarin Calico. He's a male. Don't know what I'm gonna call him yet, but yeah, they're doing pretty good. I'm gonna go on to the next one. Here we have another NR Mandarin Calico, and you can see how nice the oranges are coming out on this guy, all along the alien heads, and just single Calico in NR Mandarin, just the 2 genes, nothing more, nothing less. He's a male as well. And we'll get you to look at his belly pattern in a second if I get him good enough. There we go. So look at the belly here. That's results of that NR Mandarin. He's even got like a ringer, an orange ringer. But yeah, NR Mandarin Calico. Here we have a Pastel NR Mandarin. When it was born, I was a little unsure until after they had their first shed, but they had 2 sheds as now, and this one just keeps getting more and more orange. I have a single gene Pastel that I compared it to, and there's no doubt in my mind that this is an NR Mandarin Pastel. Very shy. And this was the prize of my crop. This was the jewel. This one is the all gene banger, which I was surprised. I was happy that I got at least one. And this one is the NR Mandarin Pastel Calico Bongo. And you can tell it's Bongo by looking at the alien heads. And you can see the Mandarin with the striping on the dorsal, the way the color is so vibrant. And of course we got the Pastel with the blushed out head. And sometimes even Bongos have this type of blushing in the head. But this here is the NR Mandarin Calico Pastel Bongo. And yeah, this was the first one created. And there we go, it's a female. Peace, world. So today what we're doing is I have this clutch, my NR Mandarin Pastel Calico Bongo clutch. They're doing real well. The only thing is, one thing you need to know as breeders is sometimes when the snakes are born as hatchlings, they don't know how to eat on their own. And many times you don't know, a person that doesn't have experience don't know what to do, and the snakes either starve themselves to death or they just perish because of you not having enough knowledge. Now, what I do to avoid my snakes from dying and starving to death, I assist feed. There is a difference between assist feeding and force feeding. I'm not going to be force feeding my animals on camera. Some people might disagree with that, but I am going to show you how to assist feed. Force feeding is basically where you know the snake is not going to try to, you put the food, the rodent into the snake's mouth, and if it does not try to swallow it on its own, you have to actually pretty much guide that rodent down the snake's throat for it to eat. Assist feeding is basically where all you do is put it to the snake's mouth and let the snake chew on it. Not chew, but begin to swallow it, and it does it on its own. So assist feeding is when you assist the snake by putting the food into the snake's mouth and letting the snake swallow it on its own. And then you have the stubborn snakes that don't even want to swallow on its own, so you have to actually guide the food down the snake's throat. That would be called force feeding. So we have assist feeding and force feeding. I am going to go ahead and show you a technique that I do for assist feeding. And we're going to start with my Pastel and our Mandarin. So just give me a second. So I'm going to start with this hatchling here. This is my our Mandarin Pastel male. As you can see, he's in good condition. He just doesn't know how to eat on his own, capture the prey on his own. So I am going to assist feed him. When you assist feed them, you definitely want to make sure you know what you're doing, and you got to be very careful. You don't want to harm the snake at all. When I assist feed, I'm assist feeding with pinkies, and like I said, his spinal cord is not showing because he's been eating through assist feeding, and we're gonna keep on going that route. So just bear with me. I like to hold the snake just behind the head right there. I don't apply too much pressure because I don't want to harm the snake. Also, they like to move their body around, so I try to secure their body with my other hand that I'm not holding the snake with. Get a rodent that is nice and warm, not too hot. And basically, you just work it into the mouth. See how the mouth opens real gently? And I just place it like pretty much by the throat. I push it a little bit in, and then I let it clamp down. After I do that, this is where the challenge is, because a lot of times they're gonna want to spit the rodent out. So what I do is I let it dangle and let it try to eat it on its own. There's gonna be times it's gonna spit it out, and you gotta keep trying over and over and over, but it's all good. I am letting it dangle. I'm holding it by the end of its tail. Excuse me. Holding it by the end of its tail. And what I'm hoping for, I'm hoping that it will actually take the rodent and start to swallow it on its own. And it's just patience. You just got to be patient with it. And it's starting to look like he is trying to swallow it on his own. I am very pleased to see this. You just got to be patient and just keep working with them. Eventually, the more work you do, eventually they will end up grabbing the prey on their own and swallowing the prey on their own. And you just keep going for it. It looks like he's trying to bring it out now, and I hope not. I hope he swallows it. Just gotta be patient. Just the waiting game, and just stay positive. If he spits it out, the only thing you can do is try again and keep on trying. Eventually, you're going to get tired of trying to spit it out if they can't spit it out. And the next step they will do is begin to swallow it. And I'm really hopeful that this guy swallows it. Well, nope, spit it out. All right, so we got to try it again, okay, folks? Just bear with me. So you work it in. He opens his mouth. Oh, he's being stubborn today. Wow. He's like slamming his jaws tight. I wish he would do that and not let the rodent go. So, like I said, this is not an easy task. It's very difficult for me, and I'm pretty sure many other people. But it's something that has to be done if you want your animals to be thriving. So what I'm doing now is I'm pushing it a little bit further in the snake's throat. Not ready yet. Trying to push it a little further in the snake's throat so that the snake doesn't push it out. And what you also want to try to do is make sure that the teeth, because you know the teeth go backwards in the mouth. So you want to make sure that the teeth locks on to the rodent sometimes, so when they try to push it out, it's stuck on their teeth and they have no choice but to swallow it. So in this case, you know, I got it where it's stuck on his teeth, but yeah, you still may have those times where it will spit it out. He's being really stubborn, this guy today. But we're going to see if we're going to get it right. He's trying his best to spit it out. There's no harm being done here. I'm trying to let the snake do it all on his own because we want to help this guy live. So if you want to help your snakes live, you're going to have to go through these phases, especially if they don't eat. And it doesn't happen just to hatchlings, but the older snakes, sometimes there's reasons why they go off of feeding. So you don't want to assist feed all of the time. You want to make sure you know what's going on. Sometimes when a snake is going through a shed cycle, you don't want to feed it because they go off of food. And then there's times when snakes are going through a fasting phase, you know, and they just don't want to eat. So you got to be careful. You can't just force a snake to eat if it's not eating. But as far as these hatchlings, when they just coming into this world, they don't know how to get their own food. They don't know what to do. So you have to teach them and get them ready to eat. Like right now, this guy, he's not trying to do anything. But the rodent is stuck in his mouth. So we'll see which way you want to go with it. He's sitting there with his mouth wide open. He's not trying to do anything. But we hoping for the best. I'm hoping that he goes ahead and takes it down, and that will make me a happy camper. Temperature plays a lot. You got to make sure that your rodents are nice and warm. I recommend at least between 75 to 85 degrees. Don't want to give them cold rodents. Even up to at least to like close to 90. But you don't want to make it too hot because you'll burn the snake. So you want to make it a decent temperature. He is really giving me a hard time today. He doesn't want to eat. I don't know why you don't want to eat when that's what's supposed to help you survive. So it's like, it's going to go down one way or the other. Like I said, I'm not going to show you force feeding on the camera. I'm hoping that it takes it down on its own. But force feeding is where you push it down the throat. You help guide the rodent down the snake's throat. And eventually then they'll swallow it. Assist feeding is this, exactly what it is. You put it to the mouth and you just let the snake take its own course. It's not easy. It takes time and you have to be patient. I learned holding it by the end of the tail really helps. Oh, he's about to spit it out. It really helps with the process because they use their tail sometimes to like push the rodent out of their mouth. And that's then, so yeah. And I'm pretty sure this is a little stressful for the snake. Definitely stressful, you could tell. He's a little stressed out because he got a rodent in his mouth and he's being dangled. So it is stressful, but like I said, we have to get these snakes used to eating on their own. You don't want to force feed, you want to assist feed. Force feeding is not going to help, it's not going to teach them, you're just forcing food down their throat. When they learn on their own and start to take it down on their own, it's a whole nother category where it's better that way. Because then they'll be on the road to eating on their own all the time. We're about 10 minutes deep into this video without editing. And into this recording phase. And he still hasn't eaten yet. He hasn't taken it down yet. But he's getting very creative. Look at that. He spit it out once again. All right, folks. So we're going to go on to the next phase. All right. So now we're going to try another snake. This is the Bongo. And this one usually is not stubborn. She goes good. She goes well. So we will see where this goes. Put it in good enough. Let her teeth kind of like grab on it. And then I hold it from the end, by the end of the tail. See, I'm holding it by the end of the tail. And let's see if she starts to eat on her own. Which she does. I have seen her done it. She's done it a few times so far. So she just hasn't grabbed the rodent yet on her own. I just have to assist feed. Many times I just have to put it in her mouth and then she'll go ahead and do the rest. No, she made me a liar. So we're gonna have to try it again. She opens easy, see? Have my hands behind the head. And what I tried to do is I tried to get the rodent in good enough where there is no room for it to push it out, you know? All right, so now we got the rodent in. Let's see what we can get. So it looks like she's trying to push it out again. And she did. All right, so try this again. Opens up easy. Try to get it in a little further this time around because I know that they are stubborn. I don't know why they give you such a hassle trying to eat. And you know you're just trying to help them. But they don't know. So I am trying to get it in a little further than normal. That's my dogs in the background. All right, let's try this now. Hopefully she takes it this time. If she takes it, I'll be a happy camper. Hey, cut it out, Brooklyn. Cut it out. Hopefully she takes it this time and we'll be good to go. And like I said, this could be time consuming, so you just gotta have patience. Cut it out, guys. She's doing the same thing the other one did, like she's trying to push it out. But like I said, I put this one in a little bit further, so hopefully it's good enough where she just swallows it. She's trying to put it out. And she spit it out. All right, so like I said, you gotta be real patient with these snakes. That's all I'm gonna do in this video. I'm gonna take my time with them because I just have to take my time with them. And I suggest you do the same. Maybe one day I'll catch them actually assist feeding in a video, but I have better luck when I'm not on video, so I'm gonna go ahead and go to off of this video. I'll holler at y'all another time. Here's another one that I'm gonna see if he'll eat. Brooklyn and Chapo, cut it out. So it looks like this one might start to take it down. Yeah, so he's taking it down. I'm very happy right now. I'm just trying to stay calm as possible. Don't want to stress it out. Let him finish the process. He's doing pretty good. Almost there. All right, so now that it's taking it down, I'm gonna lay him down so he can relax, so he don't be more stressed out. Let him finish the process on his own. All right, folks. So out of 4 hatchlings, 2 of them took the food on their own after assist feeding, and the other 2 I had to force feed. Well, you know, and like I said, it's never fun force feeding, and I had to do that off camera because I don't like doing it on camera. And this right here, what I'm holding, is the NR Mandarin Pastel Calico, and this is their daddy. So just showing you how they look when they're older, and he definitely looks amazing. All right, so this is my NR Mandarin Pastel Calico. I purchased him from EDR, Exotic Design Reptiles. All right, have a good one, ladies and gentlemen. Peace. One thing about having snakes, you're constantly cleaning tubs. If you want to have some healthy snakes, you're always going to find yourself cleaning up the enclosures and tubs. It is what it is. The dog letting you know how it feels.
When you hear that, that's the sound of the police.
Some of us get lost in chasing the side scenes, more money, more problems for you and me. It ain't easy. We need to get together, stand strong, show them stormy weather. It ain't easy. Damn, mama, don't cry. It ain't easy. Hard for us all to survive.